I think before the over, they would want Roman to be a babyface, get Gunther up to the killer heel role, because I don't think Karrion Kross is going to make it.
There's also been reports from WrestlingNews.co of other big matches that they're planning for WrestleMania before SmackDown. Their report was that we would see Rhea Ripley versus Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Of course, that is now changed, and now Fight Fan, so not the biggest credible source, but they've come out with a report saying that WWE has discussed the option of doing Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship and Bianca Belair versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So basically, in between now and WrestleMania, they would have Becky win the Raw Women's Championship in some way from Bianca, and then Bianca doesn't choose to go after the title she just lost. She would choose to go after Charlotte and the SmackDown Women's title for some reason. Me, in my opinion, when I read that report, it sounded very convoluted. This goes along with the other kind of plea from fans that they don't really want to see Roman Reigns holding both titles going into WrestleMania. There's also been talks of WWE by Fightful that they have also discussed splitting the titles. Do you think that making these different matches for the women's title, or changing the direction, changing the brand for a Bianca Belair, or trying to split the titles is causing more obstacles and hurdles for Triple H during this road to WrestleMania? Or do you think, like some fans, these are things that he needs to do on the way to April?
I don't know what he needs to do on the way to April, but I think it is a convoluted setup they have, because when you're trying to, over here you got this, and over here you got this, and how do you make both of them on the same page or get them on the same level? It actually, it doesn't nuance your thinking, it expands it, but in a way that doesn't even sometimes make sense. So, believe me, simple is much more the way to go. And sometimes when guys are thinking about where to go, and Triple H will probably tell you this too, sometimes it's the first idea you have. Sometimes, and then you go through this long process, but then you come back to the first idea you had, which is probably the best idea. But you got to go through all the other ideas to weigh their merit. But I say, go the simplest way, and don't go a way that I think it confuses fans. See, I couldn't even tell you who I know the female wrestlers. I don't really. What title did Charlotte win?
The SmackDown Women's Championship.
SmackDown, but she has the Raw. Who has the Raw?
Bianca Belair currently has the Raw Women's Championship.
Well, they simplified that for me. So,
no.
But that is an angle that sits alone by itself out there. They don't need to involve any more girls in that, because their division is a little weak now too. Remember how weak we kept saying on SmackDown? It was just a weak bench.
Yeah.
Now the bench is better. I would one guy that we have overlooked here, not necessarily going after Roman, but being a big heel, is Gunther.
This is true.
I love Gunther because I think that's a huge upside for him. And I think before the over, they would want Roman to be a babyface, get Gunther up to the killer heel role, because I don't think Karrion Kross is going to make it.
It's not looking very good for Karrion.
Something's missing there, right?
Yeah, something is definitely missing there.
Normal, and her look over, and I'm looking at it, I'm going, I don't know. Does this make me not like these people? I mean, they hadn't done nothing to make me dislike them. And Gunther hasn't either, but Gunther has that look. He's a Nazi.
Yeah. And there was reports that Gunther is possibly being discussed to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. And you would think if he's facing Brock at Mania, then maybe they are thinking about putting him in a top position.
Well, I think they should put him in a top position because I think the way he works, he belongs in that position. Because he works just the opposite of all the, what was it, the Brawl Stroheim or Strom,
Yeah.
the flippy floppers.
The flippy floppers, yes. He's going to be versus Strowman on the January 6th, or no, January 13th edition of SmackDown. That was also made on.
I want to see that because I think Gunther, when they had him running from Stroheim back, I was thinking, why in the hell do they have him just run? Because that was totally in out of character for him.
Yeah, it was weird.
I can see him sitting there and looking and thinking about his odds and then maybe stepping out. But I didn't see that. But I think Gunther and with Cody. Now Cody's on Raw, correct?
Yes.
I think that would be that's two characters there that they have a ton of potential. And I expect
I would be so down for Cody to come back and verse Gunther for the Intercontinental title, because imagine Gunther chopping at the torn pec. Oh man, that just writes itself. That writes itself. Yeah. That's the perfect person for Cody to come back and face.
And the people would feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Cody hang in and hang in and hang in. And remember I said not too long ago, somebody lost, and I said, I think this helps them. Their loss helps Ricochet.
Yeah.
Ricochet against Gunther. His loss actually made him more over because he hung in there with him for a while.